Hello there.
Hi.
How are you today?
Good, good. How's things there?
Yeah, no, everything's all good here. Yes, we're just in the process of finishing our first speech. Did you see it?
Thank you. So can you share the presentation? So to start, yeah. Thank you very much.
Look, I just want to say the next person is Miss Jumana Al Abed. Is that right?
Yeah.
Thank you very much. From the UAE, and she is a senior analyst in quality division and the executive assistant of Healthcare Quality Advisory Committee at the Department of Health, the regulative body of the healthcare sector in the Emirate of Abu Dhabi. She is a mathematician with master's degree in quality management and a certified Six Sigma black belt, professional with more than 15 years of experience in the healthcare sector, and holds a patent in healthcare quality field. I'm passing you the stage to deliver the keynote speech. It's all yours.
Thank you. Hi from the other side of the world. So good afternoon and good morning as well. So today we are going to start, but I can't see the presentation. So could you share the screen, please?
Sharing the screen.
Yes, to see the presentation. So my name is Jumana Al Abed. I'm the senior analyst in quality monitoring department in the Department of Health. Abu Dhabi is the regulative body of the healthcare sector in the Emirate of Abu Dhabi, and it's ensured the excellence in the healthcare for the community by monitoring the health status of the population. So in DOH, it defines the strategy for the health system, monitors and analyzing the health status of the population and performance of the system. In addition to that, DOH shapes the regulatory framework for the health system, inspects against the regulations, enforce standards, and encouraging the adoption of world-class best practices and performance targets by all health care services providers in the Emirate. Also, the DOH drives the program to increase the awareness and adoption of health living standards among the residents of the Emirate of Abu Dhabi, in addition to regulating the scope of services and reimbursement rates of the health system in the Emirate of Abu Dhabi. So okay, we are going to present, and if you do have any question, please write it down in the message, and also I'm going to have poll questions, and you can answer it also in the message box. So next, please. Yeah. Department of Health Strategy identify 12 strategic objectives across 6 themes, as we can see here: the public health, the quality, the information, the digital health and in research accesses, finance, and also the governance and capabilities. So for the public health, we are aimed to prevent and control diseases and other public health threats, as we can see what we have seen in the last year and this year as well for the COVID-19 pandemic. For the quality, we're aiming and we are achieving the high quality of outcomes across the continuity of care, and also to increase the healthcare outcomes. In addition to that, also to increase the public confidence in the healthcare services. For the digital health and researches, we continuously monitoring and evaluate and adapting the cutting-edge digital health technologies, and also for foster innovation and research in the healthcare sector in Abu Dhabi, as we have a research center that encouraging all the researchers to have the research and projects to be published for the Emirate of Abu Dhabi. Also, we do have the access to ensure the optimal availability of the healthcare in Abu Dhabi, and also to ensure the access to health services at the right time. So this is the aspects of the quality as well. So for the finance theme, we are aiming to achieve the value of money throughout the healthcare systems, and also to ensure the long-term finance sustainability of the healthcare in Abu Dhabi. For the last one, the governance and capability, we are ensuring the robust government and coordination for the healthcare sector, and also to build the effective and efficient processes and capabilities within the Department of Health. Next, please. Okay. So to ensure the sustainability of the quality and the quality of care for the residents of Abu Dhabi, we have created a framework that based on the 5 elements that resulted in high impact of behavioral change management in the healthcare quality. The framework assists to the objectives of the framework is to assess and guide the development of quality indicators, and also to metrics for each dimension of the healthcare framework, and for the methodologies to measure the accurate data, and also to have the mechanism to ensure the compliance of the healthcare outcomes with the objectives of the healthcare sector. Finally, also to cross-cutting enablers to enhance the system quality and ensure sustainability. We do have these domains that are the framework, metrics, validation. We are going to explain it in seconds now. So we'll start with the first one, the design the framework. Next, please. So by designing the framework to come up from the current status to the desired state. So by defining the aspirations and objectives of the framework that are the promoting continual improvement in the safety and equality, and also to enhance the patient experience and public trust, as well as to promote the accountability and transparency. We have also in the framework studying the capabilities of the healthcare providers to define also the stakeholders and partners, and also to changing the mindset to create the quality culture and improve the quality index among all the hospitals. Next. So for putting, this is the metric dimensions, we have putting the right metrics together by exploring the healthcare models globally, as we have consultation and collaboration with international organizations such as the CQC, IHI, and other organizations, and also to define the domains and measure for each aspects, and define the resources and engage the experts in the field to get their knowledge and experience to improve the quality culture here in Abu Dhabi, and also to setting the target by looking to the benchmark international to compare the results between each and try to achieve the target also. We can see here the framework. This is the quality framework that calling Jawda in Abu Dhabi, that covers all the aspects of the healthcare quality, which is the unique system that have all of these aspects. Next. Okay, so the other dimension of the framework that is measuring and validation, it's by building the tools and methodologies to collect the data from the different resources. What we are doing here in the Department of Health, we have the online submission by providers on a quarterly basis, and after we getting their performance, we validate the results, and we have also our resource nurses to check their validity of the submission. And we have also the audit team to check the validity and ensure they have capturing all the data and indicators to give the correct picture of the hospital and regarding the quality culture there. So also we are putting the methodologies to determine the performance within each dimension and for an overall quality performance. Also, we are utilizing the advanced analytics tool and benchmarking, as I have mentioned before. Next, please. Also, this is the compliance accountability as well. This dimensions, again, we have the benchmark to see what we are going to check. If there is any weaknesses with the hospitals or anything, we have the accountability policy and standards to check on their hospitals and improve, trying to work with them to improve their performance. Next. Okay, the intervention, the last dimensions, we can see that the intervention is the last domain that is expanding the measure and KPIs, and also to expand the framework to different medical services, and to have the automation and AI, and also to have a framework that is being reviewed by the international organization, such as, again, the CQC, IHI, and other organizations we are working on to have the collaboration between the Department of Health and these organizations. So let me have a question for you, and you can answer it in the message box. So next, please. Okay, from your experience. Next, please. Okay, so before going to Muasher, what is the biggest challenges have you faced? This is from your experience. Have you faced and you may face when applying the quality improvement initiative? Okay, I can't see the answers. Okay, compliance from the senior management. Okay. Any other question? No continuity and process? Mm-hmm. What about the data validity? Yes. Excellent. Sustainability of the outcomes. That's very good. Okay, and also we have the resistant and behavioral culture since we have started in 2014 for JODA program. Okay, so we have, since we start the JODA program in 2014, we have resistant and also difficulty of understanding what we are aiming to have. And now after 6 years, we have sustained and we improve. We have great achievement for this program. Which allow us to extend and expand the JODA program to be Muasher. Muasher is innovative and comprehensive quality of care that is launched in 2018. It's again following to the success of the JODA program that introduced in 2014. We have worked hard to assist and enhance the program to ensure the sustainability, to continuously improve the quality of care, and also enhancing the patient experience for all our residents of Abu Dhabi. And also over the past year, we have it's been developed through engaging the public and the internal and external experts to have this Muasher project. مؤشر covers all the aspects of equality, that including the patient safety, effectiveness, timeliness of care, patient centricity and satisfaction, as well as the sustainability and accountability. So for مؤشر, we do have the objective. Objective is to improving the quality of care of the healthcare sector, safety standards, and also to enhance the patient experience, and finally to enhance the transparency and accountability. So next, we do have the 9 dimensions of the quality care, of the dimensions that combine together to get one composite score for each of the hospitals, and to give the number of diamonds based on these scores of the 9 dimensions. We can see that the clinical care outcomes that is taking the highest weight compared to all other dimensions. We do have the patient voice, quality assurance certificate, health regulations assurance, patient happiness, staff happiness, safe workplace, research and innovation, and finally the correct claims. Next, please. So now we are going to describe these dimensions. For the correct claims, what we are doing is it's more than 32 clinical indicators to check the effectiveness of care and the complication in the hospitals, to check the weaknesses areas, and also we do have the readmission indicators, the mortality indicator, and other indicators. So these are combined together in one score, and we have also the risk adjusted to come up with the score and to make fair for everybody, like the case mix index and the patient volume as well. So we have also the validation that is taking a percentage of this factor. The patient voice, that is the clinical complaints that coming to the Department of Health, and also here we are checking and monitor the severity of the cases. The patient happiness, that is combined of 2 factors, that are the patient satisfaction score and the waiting time score. The patient satisfaction, we have scoring the satisfaction of our patient in the hospital, to monitor in many areas such as the emergency, outpatient, and inpatient areas. For the waiting times, we do have 9 waiting time indicators that is collected by the providers on a quarterly basis. And also we do have validating their scores. These are monitoring the waiting time in the emergency, how many times the patient is staying from registration to leaving the emergency department, as well as the waiting time in the primary care, and also if they have the appointment with a specialist or consultant doctors. So we need to monitor the time. We do have exclusion and inclusion criteria to make fair. Yani, for example, if the patient come to the consultant or the specialist appointment, and the doctor ask for ECG test or hearing test or any of the tests, we exclude the time. So you can see these indicators in our website, the Department of Health website. I can write it down to you for more information. For the correct claims, to ensure the services and avoid any frauding in the claims, we conduct the correct claims and having a high percentage of the weight because of the importance of these dimensions, and we conduct a third-party company calling Tasnif to audit these claims. Next. Okay. So for the research and innovation, we encouraging the hospitals and facilities to check and if they do have researches to make it published, and also to improve the healthcare system throughout these published researches and projects. We have different elements to measure the research and innovation, such as the ongoing, completed researches, the started researches also. We have also the health regulations assurance to ensure the patient safety and hospitals' readiness to have the patient with the best international standards. We have criteria, checklist criteria, and we have annual visits from our team, the health audit team, to check the hospital's performance and to add their score to the مؤشر as well. For staff happiness, we're ensuring the happiness of the hospital staff in the environment, regarding the environment, the salaries and other factors. And also it's been conducted by a third-party company to have separate score. And also we are asking the hospitals on twice a year to check the management. We are asking the management to check this staff score, and if they have low score, we're giving them an action plan to improve it and to make their staff happy as much as they can. For safe workplace, also we are providing and monitoring the staff, the safe environment for the patient, for the staff, and for everybody in the hospital. We do have also annual score and checking the safety of the hospital. The quality assurance certificate to ensure the patient safety by ensuring the accuracy of the quality data and that is represented and collected by the healthcare providers. Also, this is conducted by the third party to check the validation and the KPI process review. Next. Please, if you do have any questions, stop me at any time and I can answer all your questions. Okay, so before going to the improvement of مؤشر, we have developed mathematical and statistical tool to get the composite score for each of the hospitals. As you can see that these are the 9 dimensions having different scores from one domain to another. So we have standardized them to get one score and make fair for everybody, and then we come up with one score and have the standardizing level at the standardizing score at the 2 level, the horizontal and vertical level. So at the end we have the tier from diamond 1 to diamond 5. So if the hospitals has 1 diamond, mean that they are meeting the requirement of the Department of Health, and it indicates that good performance. And diamond 5 mean that these hospitals are exceptional and achieving the highest performance compared to all Abu Dhabi hospitals. We have announced the results for 2019 and it's in the media, and we have many hospitals got 4 diamonds or 3 diamonds, and we had 2 hospitals got 2 diamonds compared to all hospitals. You can check also the our website to see how we celebrate with these hospitals to come up with this great achievement. Overall, we have also immediate and mid-term impact for مؤشر. You can see that we have 2.05 improvement in the patient experience, as well as we have 0.3 increase in the healthcare professionals, 1% improving in the achieving target time for seeing the doctor in emergency department. So don't look at the 1% is a small percent, but it's behind this percent, there is a lot of work and efforts to come up with this target. Also, we have 48 reduction in the number of cardiac arrest cases outside the critical care areas and 13% reduction in the number of unplanned readmission for pneumonia. 6% reduction in the rate of neonatal mortality. Next. So you can see that since we start and 2015 to get the data from 2014 till 2019. We have improved the performance, the average performance, and reducing the variation from the minimum to the maximum performance. So we are aiming for 2020 and 21 to have less variation as well. Next. Okay, so in the 5 years since implementation of Abu Dhabi Quality Index and the results in showing its impact on the system, we do have improving. Next. We have improving in, with 4.9 improving in the patient satisfaction, 14.1 improving in the access and waiting time. That is based on the 9 waiting times we had. And also we have 1.8 improving in the clinical care outcomes composite score. So these achievements, you can see that there are the composite score of the 9 waiting time, 32 clinical indicators, and the bunch of the patient satisfaction. So regarding the patient satisfaction survey, the latest one we do have for 2018, we can have in the patient score 85.5, and for outpatient, they score 78.3, and for the emergency, they got 72.5. We can see that they are better and higher than the GCC countries and the Press-Ghani international benchmark. Next. Okay, so for the healthcare accessibility and the timeliness improving, we can see that this is a quarterly from Q1 2015 up to Q4 2018. We can see that they got 85.7 and they end up with 97.80. Our target is 90, so they achieved the target. Next. Okay, so these are the major clinical outcomes improvement. We can see that these are very important indicators we are monitoring the hospitals based on, which are the hospitals acquired pressure ulcer, cardiac arrest outside the critical care areas, hip and knee replacement, readmission, and also the sentinel and adverse events. We can see that there are improving from year to year to reduce the cardiac arrest and also to reduce the readmission, as well as to improve the reporting of incidents. That means the culture, the quality culture of the hospitals is being improved. Next. So thank you. This is the overall our program that is regarding starting from Jawda to Mu'ashir. If you do have any questions, please feel free to ask me.
Thank you so much for that presentation. It was very informative, and I think it's very important as well when in hospitals implementing the frameworks in order to get good quality care. And it was good how you broke that down and showed us the different parts of that. So thank you very much for doing that.
Thank you.
Yes, I have a question. Can I?
Hi.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
How are you, Madam Jumana?
Hi.
Actually, the KPI in DOH, they will start measure in Jawda first since 2014. But after in 2018, coming Mu'ashir, which increase the number of the KPI. Yeah. What's the difference in your statistic when you measure all this KPI starting from 2018 and when you start measure from 2014? Because in your study now, you show only the average for all over the 5 years together. Yeah. There is no differentiation between first 3 years and after with Mu'ashir in last 2 years.
Okay, so once we start in 2014, again, we have started with only 9 waiting time indicators and about 26 quality indicators.
Yes, right.
And this is calling clinical care outcomes. We have the score for the clinical care outcomes together. We standardized each KPI refer to the type of the indicators, such as the readmission, adverse event, complication, and other indicators. And then after that, after we getting the one composite score for these dimensions, we planned to have another dimensions to include it in Muashir. So for Jawda, we have started with one domain that calling the clinical care outcomes. And after that, we have the other 8 dimensions that is measuring the different indicators. How we standardize each of this, because we have a low number of indicators, and then we have a multi-dimensions and indicators, we are standardizing them. How we standardizing them? To give them a standard score, let's say from 0 to 1. So this will not affect the number of indicators. So, for example, we do have this 26 in 2014, and for 2019, we have 32 indicators for the clinical care outcomes. We are using formulas. I don't want to be mathematician here, but okay, we have the formula that is the X performance minus the minimum over the maximum minus minimum performance to get the scores from 0 to 1. So these, all the scores will be from 0 to 1 to have one standard score. Is it answer your question, or you need more clarification? I can't hear you. Sorry, I can't hear you.
You're clear?
Yeah.
Sorry, the internet.
Okay.
Sorry. You clarified, so your clarification, it's okay right now. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, I have one question. What should be the frequency of the quality indicator, the internal audit? Like there are process indicator also, there are clinical indicator also. So what should be the frequency? I mean, how we can measure the process outcome by the matching the quality frequency of the audit?
So we do have the health audit regulations that is coming to the hospitals on annual basis. They check their performance, the validity. They are checking if they do have any violations. Maybe they close the hospitals, temporary or permanent, and then they do have the action plan for them, as well as this health audit supported with another audit calling, which supported by the third-party company. We call it Tasnif, to check and validate and ensure that the other health audit is accurate and make sure that it's fair to give them this X score, for example.
Okay. Is there any formula for the specification of the clinical indicator benchmark?
You mean the formula?
Yeah.
Formula, we do have it. You can go to our website and check how we calculate the results.
Okay.
And
okay.
we take the patent for this to the Department of Health.
Okay, thank you. Yeah.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi, this is Sarah. I just wanted to ask, these indicators are only for quality indicators, and there's another party who come and audit these indicators, right?
Yes.
Okay, so there's no compliance KPIs.
No, there is compliance KPIs, such as the reporting the adverse event. We do have the adverse event in the hospitals, and we are checking if the hospitals are reporting them on a quarterly basis or not, and this is the compliance. So we have the complication indicator and compliance indicators as well.
Okay.
Also, we do have the research and innovation that encouraging the providers and the public to put the researches.
Okay, so if I go to the website, I can actually view all these KPIs.
You can find all, yes, yes.
Okay, great, thank you.
Very good questions. Fadwa had a question. How did you develop your benchmark for clinical outcome indicators?
Yeah, we do have the benchmark internationally. First, we look into the other organization and countries if they do have the same indicators, and we do the benchmarking based on these indicators and the scores. And we have also the weight for each indicator that is international, consulted by the internal and external experts as well.
Excellent.
And also we compare the performance internally before going to globally.
Well, thank you very much. Has anyone got any more questions? If there is any more questions, just put it in the chat box. Let me just check. And everyone, if you can, check your chat box.